It's good, Drake. Bye, thanks.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson here on the Kenganda channel. We're here in the Mukono district at the Sseban Poultry Farm, and I'm here with the CEO, Dullart, and he was nice enough to allow us to come and check out this great farm that you guys are seeing here. Only been up for less than a year. Thank you for allowing us to come down.
Thank you, O'Shea. Hey guys, my name is Sseban Dullart, the CEO of Sseban Poultry Farm, and I'm glad that you gave me the opportunity to visit our farm today. Thank you, guys.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
You're also obviously a very intelligent man. How did you do this in less than a year? This looks very, very magnificent. How did you do this?
Okay. Yeah. I had other businesses before this, and when the COVID-19 broke out, Uganda was declared to be under lockdown on the 18th of March.
Yes.
So that means that my other business were closed as well.
Okay.
So because I had a tire business, then a cosmetic store.
Okay.
So the malls were closed, arcades were closed, so it means I was not working.
Okay.
So when I was at home, because I'm not used to being idle, not doing something, so I started planning.
Okay.
I said, hey, look, I've been doing free-range chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the village.
Okay.
How about that when I go and take this thing on the next level?
Okay.
So it was in the night, then the following day I was like, okay, I think I'm going to get money from my other businesses, and then I invest into poultry, because when the president was addressing the nation, he closed all other businesses, but agriculture stores, all markets, farms were not closed. And I was like, okay, regardless of whatever is going to happen, means we shall be working. So I pulled a few resources. I had a friend who connected me to this village. I bought the land, and then we started off.
Wow.
Yes. So
and all of this has been within the last 7 months.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this. So when I went to Dr. Dan's farm, it looked similar, but he had 750 birds.
Yes.
How many birds do you have here?
Altogether, this farm at the moment we have only 2,100 birds.
Only?
Yes, only, yeah.
Okay.
Because it has a capacity of about 8,000.
It can do 8,000?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I know his was a layers farm.
Yes.
What does the Sseban Poultry, what's the difference between the layers farm and what you do here?
Okay, what we're doing here is we're keeping birds known as dual-purpose birds. It means they can lay eggs, and if kept as layers, and they can be broilers if kept as broilers for meat. So here we have different breeds. We have croilers, we have rainbow roosters, we have sasso, we have the pure indigenous chicken, and my own breed.
Your own breed?
Yes.
Now, how did you develop your own breed?
Of course, I was challenging myself, trying to know how do these people come up with these breeds we are praising. So I started reading from their research, and then I discovered for them, okay, they do it on another level because they have all the equipments and everything, the skills and the expertise and everything. But at least I got an idea that they crossed different breeds together to get one breed. So I looked at what they were doing, and then I said, okay, I want to do it here too, though on another level still, not a professional level because I don't have the equipment, but just using the basics. So I collected birds from different parts of Uganda. Yeah, trying to find a bird with the better characteristics. So after getting them, I put them together, we had to test them to see that they're free from any kind of diseases. So I had to go to RTC lab in Makerere. I got they gave me a vet, came on ground, took blood samples, and then we took to the lab.
Okay.
And then after 4 hours, the results were out.
Wow.
So, and then I realized most of the birds they were hit by Newcastle before, IB, all kind of diseases.
Okay.
So we had to eliminate those ones. Again, we did the testing again until we got the pure birds that we could rely on.
Okay.
And then after that, I started crossbreeding them. And then I wanted to have at least one breed that combines all the traits in different regions. So, but you realize that it was nearly impossible. So I contacted my friend. Okay, in everything I say, he said he prefers to be anonymous at the moment. So he said, I can do artificial insemination for you, and we try out, because I've done this before somewhere, and I can do it. Though he had done it with broilers, not with the local. So he challenged himself and me, because we were just learning. And the procedure was successful. So we got an offspring that had all the characteristics of different parts of birds in Uganda. And then when we had that, so we had to grow it up. And then after growing it up, we started recording the growth rate, feed consumption, all those kind of things. And we realized that, yes, it was growing, but not fast enough. You get it? So much as we've tried to improve combining breeds from different parts of Uganda, still the growth rate was a bit low. And I asked myself, what can I do about this? Because the croilers are really growing fast. And they are telling us that these croilers are having the same characteristics like the local breed. But why is it that these ones are not growing? So I said, okay, I'm going now to improve them with the blood of a croiler. So we got the offspring from these other breeds we got. We mate it with a croiler parent cock. We get a female. The offspring from this, the birds, they are growing real fast. So we are at that stage now. They are growing real fast. You see that some are even growing faster than the croiler, and some are a little just below and average.
Now you're saying croiler?
Yes.
What is a croiler?
A croiler is a dual-purpose breed, originated and developed by KG Farms in India. So we import it here, and then you can import a parent stock, or you can import commercials. But that was difficult for everyone, so the government tried to contract maybe a deal with the Indians, and so they have a parent stock. They are selling commercials to other people who are interested.
Let me ask you this, because you started this business during COVID-19.
Yes.
What have been some of the challenges in maintaining this lovely farm you have here?
Okay, as it's always the case, when you are spending and you are not earning, it's always difficult. It's discouraging. You have a lot of doubts. Okay, will I make it? Will my money come back? So that alone is a challenge, because I start with the challenges without going to the external first. So then the external challenges were that before getting transportation for the materials to here was a bit a challenge, because the trucks were charging high fees because there was no free movement, much as they were allowed to travel. And hardwares, most of them were closed. You get it? So it means you could just identify someone who could sell you things behind closed doors, because they were not allowed to work. So under that situation, you realize that the cost of material is high. You get it? So everything was expensive for me, which was a challenge, but I managed. I did not look at the challenges alone. I looked at also the benefits.
The benefits.
Yes, so I kept on getting motivated looking at the benefits.
The benefits.
Yes.
And would you say, before we take a look at what you have here,
Yes.
would you do it all over again, investing into the agribusiness and the poultry farm? Would you do it again?
Yes, definitely, I would. Because you realize that Uganda is relying more on agriculture, yeah. But people, because of the high cost input and poor planning, I would call it like that, and also the high interest rates for someone to access loans to start up something, that you find that kind of situation making people not to do this on a professional level.
Okay.
So you need to have a lot of capital, cash, actually cash, to start up a farm like this, because the birds, once you bring a day-old chick, it's going to eat each and every single day before you realize any returns. So if you did not plan well, it means you are going to lose your birds along the way.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So because, for example, I planned this much as it started in COVID, but I should be having enough cash to keep these birds feeding, getting the medication they need, vaccination and everything, paying the workers and everything, until they start giving me some money. So I was thinking like that directly, but I did not consider the challenges along the way. So it was just a direct budget. I did that, and then I faced challenges.
Okay.
So back to your question, why I would do this still over and over again, is because I'm seeing there is the opportunity, and that opportunity is not utilized yet. And the people who are so far utilized the opportunity, some are foreign companies. And I said, okay, let me challenge myself. I'll do this so I can do this over and over again to the level that I want it to be. Yes, for example, I want to extend to the hatching, to have a hatchery, independent hatchery. But if you're not seeing future in this business, why would you go into that?
Right.
And why do you think these people are making a lot of money? The pioneers. So there's still gap for us to grow big.
And grow.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a tour around and
cool.
see what we can get there, and we'll ask some more questions.
Okay, cool.
So before we go in, to start something like this, people are going to be asking in the comment sections, how much money does one need? 'Cause I know you can start as low or as big as you want. But what would you give for advice for people wanting to start, how they can plan for it?
Okay, thank you for that question. Of course, many people really need this information, because some think it's too expensive, some think it's cheap. So you cannot have a right answer as of how much you need, but you can answer that question when you have planned out things.
Okay.
So when you plan out things and you say, let's say I've got maybe 20 million shillings, but I want to start poultry. Then when you start budgeting, you see how far that money can take you, and you see how big you want to start. So with 20 million, you can say, okay, I'm going to start with 300 birds.
Okay.
Because you have to, I'm talking to someone who doesn't have even land.
Right.
You go maybe somewhere where, because everyone has a village here, so you go back to your village maybe, you ask in the network of the village, you see, they say, hey, someone is selling this and this at this amount.
Okay.
So you secure yourself the land, and then you start planning, because to know the cost of the poultry house, you have to know the capacity it can take. So when you calculate and know, okay, I'm going to keep this breed, because also the breed matters a lot. Because the space requirement for layers and broilers and these dual-purpose birds are totally different.
Okay.
For the layers, they need a little bit more space, because they need to jump and exercise and everything.
Right.
Also, the same as these ones, they need space, they need to jump, they need to do everything. Then the broiler needs to be in one place, because it's too heavy to move around, and people want it to be in the same place so that it can gain weight. So you find that you have different space requirements.
Okay.
So when you know the space requirements you need and the breed you are going to keep, then you can start again planning. Then you know, okay, housing may cost me about, for the housing, I'm going to give a standard figure for for it's true. It's a fact figure according to me.
Okay.
So, for example, up there I have the first building. It was the first building on this farm. It can carry up to about 600 birds.
Okay.
But it costed me about 22 million.
22 million?
Yes,
Wow,
to put up. Because I did not do it basically. I did it on a standard requirement. It required characteristics of a poultry house.
Okay.
So I did everything. Of course, it was my first building, so I made mistakes, of course, but we managed it. So that's why I can say it all starts with your planning, and everyone's situation is different. Okay. But I wouldn't discourage someone to try. Okay. You get it?
And what we can do is, because you're a consultant in this, for people who want to know exactly what you need, Dullart can consult you.
Yeah, sure.
For a fee, obviously, but he can consult you. He's very good. He's nice enough to help you out. He's very intelligent. He'll sort out your plan as to what you want to do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can always do that. A business plan. Taking you throughout the things you need. We can be with you until when your project is viable, and then
you can do good. Okay.
Yes,
all
cool.
Right, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Okay.
Okay, so where are we at now?
Yeah.
Place?
Yes.
So what are these birds?
Okay. These ones. These are broiler birds.
Broiler?
Yeah, but they are parents.
Parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it means we use them to get eggs which are fertilized. Those eggs can take to the hatchery, and you can be able to get commercials. Like these are the day-old chicks that people rear for selling, and because this the cost of a parent is different from the cost of a commercial bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are roosters.
Roosters. I don't.
No,
I'm not.
these are coilers.
The croilers, yes, they are parents. So the cocks I think when you talk of a rooster, I think a cock you're referring to a cock, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
They're the bigger ones.
Yeah, these ones, you see. Okay. So that they are not friendly, so whenever you try to get one, they will always jump. You see? Are you seeing here? So they are not very friendly. So a cock is that one.
The big one, okay.
Yes. So we give, because many people say that the ratio of a female to male is you give every 10 females one cock, but we don't do that here because we realize that the hatchability becomes a bit low. So what we're doing currently, we give every cock, we give it seven hens. So yeah, and we get what we want. Yes. Okay. So you see, we have some they're already laying. Okay. Yeah, and now you see what you're seeing there. You are seeing two hens in one laying nest. So what we've learned is that when a hen picks a nest, it doesn't want to change that. So even if it finds when that nest is occupied, it can wait in the queue, or it can go and fix herself inside there, and they try to share the space. And now here, because these ones have just started laying, the laying boxes are few, but by end of day or tomorrow, would have fixed. Because you realize that we found some eggs there, which is a sign that the boxes are not enough. Yeah, so this is the first parent stock. Okay. And then we have a second one in the next one. We can go there, and then, I
just have a question. How much are if one was to buy one of these, the big cocks, how much do they cost?
You're saying the parent?
Yeah.
Or the commercial?
The parents.
The parent, if I'm going to sell a parent hen at this age, I'm going to sell it about 65,000 or 70.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. But if it's just for, which is not a parent, and it has maybe 3 kgs or 2.8, we sell 30,000.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the other. So, with what you have here with the versatile poultry farm,
Yeah, sure.
is it very, because I know with the layers, Daniel said it was very easy for him to sell. But for what you do, because you have so many products, is there difficulty in finding buyers for what you do?
I would say it's both. It's easy and at the same time difficult. Yeah, for example, here, let me say, we produce eggs, we produce chicken meat, then we have day-old chicks, then we have 1-month-old chicks, the brooded ones. So you realize that all those products require market. So now, for example, previously, a few weeks back, the market for day-old chicks was very, very high. We are overwhelmed by orders because everyone wanted to stock up chicks for Christmas season, and that it was easy. But right now, the demand of day-old chicks is low. You get it? So now it's difficult to get someone who wants day-old chicks and is willing to give you the amount of money you're selling your product. So then when you come to mature birds, which are ready to be eaten, still now the demand is low. Mainly because maybe people are poor or they are not interested, but I wouldn't say that, but let me say they are poor. So you find that the chicken meat now is, we stay with birds, you spend a lot of time selling a few, you know. So you must be having a lot of people marketing for you to always have at least a client. So we have, when I realized that, I had to get a team which is doing for us marketing.
Okay.
So now, because like I told you, I don't want to be selling to individuals. I want to be selling to a distributor.
Yes.
So what we do, we try to get contracts, and then we know that, okay, at the end of this period, these birds will be gone. So because, like I said, I want to keep the cash flow monthly.
Right.
So it means at any time at this farm, you always find chicken ready for you. Yes. We are not seasonal farmers, no.
Yeah, all year round. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So, and also this is also our parent stock. You realize that here we're having the hens are from Kenbros, and the cocks are from Rainbow Rooster.
Rainbow Rooster. Now
So
this is a totally different breed
Yes.
than this one.
Yes, please. So now with the offspring of this, there will be different kind of breed. We don't know what it will be, but what we are sure of, it will be better because it is improved. So you realize that it's borrowing some characteristics from the rainbow line, and then there's some characteristics from the Kenbro line. So the offsprings will be something we don't know, but it will be better offspring. So maybe from here we can go take you to the brooder, because yeah, we have some. So the place you see here is a place where we're going to put our greenhouse.
Okay.
And we are going to grow hydroponic fodder. Because the reason for this is because the feed costs are real high. You realize that mainly your expenditure during cost of production goes into the feed costing.
Okay.
So what we want to do, we want at least to cut our feed expenditure by maybe 35 or 40%.
Okay.
So we're going to do hydroponic fodder here. It's growing grass without soil.
Wow. Okay.
So it means we are going to set up, I think in about 1 week, we're going to be having a shed here and a system set up. And we have already gotten the berry, because berry is found in Captura. And I sent for it, we got it. And within 6-7 days, you are harvesting your fodder, and chicken love it so much. So you realize that in the morning, we shall be giving commercial feeds. In the afternoon, we give fodder.
Wow.
Yeah, because you realize that 1 kilogram of berry can give you about 8 kilogram of fodder in 7 days.
Wow.
And it means now, for example, if I take a few hens, each hen, when they are laying, they are eating 160 grams per day. So, and I'm taking an example whereby I'm using 1 kilogram of berry, which creates 8 kilogram of fodder.
Okay.
And remember, one hen, it's 160 grams per day.
Okay.
So you can see that when you do your calculations well, that these 8 kilograms will feed a lot of hens.
Yeah.
So it means you are cutting the costs.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what we are going to do to cut the feed costs. So up here, we are using this as our brooder room. Yeah. So here it's where we are brooding from, because I have to disinfect. You can come in. They are now mature. No worries. These ones you are seeing, they are not croilers. These are local birds, but improved locals. You get it? These are improved locals. These ones you are seeing, they are going to be 1 month on the 8th of November. That's when they are going to be 1 month. So they will be transferred from here to their growing house. So in this room, we are having 450.
450?
Yes, these ones.
All of these are 450?
Yes, are 450.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can go to the next room here. So these ones here, how many days are they? 4? 5? 6 days. These are 6 days old. Yeah, they are 6 days old. These are croilers. So tomorrow they are making 7th day, so we have to vaccinate Newcastle on the 7th day. So we are following the schedule. So yeah, and then maybe 2 months later, when you come to see them, they will be big and all grown up. Yeah.
And how many are these?
These ones are 150.
150? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
It's very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Now this, the age has to be the same.
The what?
The age, they all come in the same.
Yes. You don't. Okay, it's advisable not to mix birds of different ages together, because you realize when, for example, these ones are young. If you put birds which are older than these ones, they will bully these ones. So it means these ones they will not eat. You get. And another reason is that diseases. You realize that these ones, they are diseases which can get them, and if they get these ones, and you have a mature bird in here, these ones will affect the other ones. All the mature birds may get diseases which are not supposed to get the young ones, and then the young ones get affected. Yeah. So it's not advisable to mix birds of different ages together.
Now, what is this thing here?
This one,
yeah.
That's our heat source. It's a brooder stove. So we put these kind of briquettes to get heat. And I see right now in here, when you come, when you read at the thermometer, it's a bit too hot. So it means now we are going to leave the door open. It's a bit too hot. When I see, because they need at least now they are 6 days, you say. Yeah, now they need about maybe 30 or 28 degrees Celsius. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So again, next week we shall be putting
And
another
if you leave
brooder.
the door open, they can't get out, huh?
No, they're still young.
Oh, okay.
They can't fly, but these ones, they will come out if you leave the door open.
Okay.
Now here, you see, we're already setting up this place. We're going to have another incomings, the young ones. They're going to come here. We're getting about 1,000 on Sunday next week.
Okay.
So they are going to be in this area. And then it means these ones will be out. So this room will be free for cleaning, disinfecting, and it rests. So, and you see that these ones also in about 3 weeks, they will be away. So it means we'll be taking them to their growing stage. And we might not even take them there. Maybe someone will buy them at a month old. So, because like I said, we are selling month-old birds. So we have to have a month-old birds always on the farm. So if no one buys them, we keep them and they become mature birds and we sell them. So that's the routine. Yes.
So at any stage,
yes,
we can sell.
Yes, please.
Wow.
Okay. So these are just chicken carriers. These are carrier boxes. For example, these young ones, when we are taking them to their growing house, we put them inside and then you carry. We don't carry them like this. So you just have to put inside and then you handle and then you take them to their growing house.
So one person on this side, another person on this side?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and you carry. Then you go. These are briquettes we're using to make heat for the young birds, and we put them in this brooder stove, and then you put them in, and then you have to monitor and see if there is still enough heat. If there's not enough heat, then you have again to increase the heat. So you have to look at the behavior of the birds, if they are really getting enough warmth. So if they are getting enough warmth, they will be scattered everywhere, equally distributed. When they are not warm enough, they will be combined in one place, trying to generate their own heat. And then during that period, maybe you can lose a few birds because they will suffocate themselves. And when it's too hot, you'll see that they will try to run away from the heat source. So you have always to study the behavior of the birds when they're young. Yes. So down, we're going to go to our female flock. Okay, here you realize that here at the farm we are using automatic drinkers. So this is the source, the water source. It's a solar pump underground. So we pump water from the underground well by use of solar, and we pump first to this tank, and then we have also smaller tanks. For example, this flock, we have a smaller tank inside where we put water. And then from that water, from that tank, it distributes throughout the flock through these red things, the automatic drinkers. And also, as our policy, we care about the planet, the people, and of course the profit. So we have a CSR strategy policy here that every Sunday, we give free water to the community.
Okay.
Yeah, so you realize that here, there is no running water. You get it? So it means people are getting it from the wells. Maybe a few people were getting it from the pond. So when we started here, I realized that was a problem the community is facing. I know we can't do much, but we do the little we can. So we pump water. These are 10,000 liters. Every Sunday, they collect water from outside, and they take, and they're happy about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
So.
nice. Okay.
Yeah. So now we are going to go. Maybe if you want to go inside here, we have to go and take the other side,
Okay.
the entrance.
So we're gonna go this way, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you are coming out, still you have to dip here, because we do this for biosecurity. Yeah. Because maybe this side you could have an outbreak, and if you don't disinfect, you bring the diseases maybe to another house. So with these ones, the purpose for these birds now are for egg production. So because we know that a croiler gives a better quality egg than the other breeds, we try to keep many hens, because we have another flock which are hens as well, to give us eggs. But these eggs are not going to be ordinary eggs. So we are going to be feeding these birds with greens, so that the eggs becomes more nutritious, and also the color of the yolk. So in general, when these birds start laying, we are going to start feeding them on pasture. So it means they will not be eating these commercial feeds when they start laying. So the reason for that is to try to have an egg that as natural as possible. Yes, so that is the purpose for this flock. Because they are not parents, so so we cannot put cocks here to make fertilized eggs, because the offsprings will not be of good quality. So it's purely for commercial eggs. Yes, please. The breed I'm going to show you next is the pure local.
Okay.
The indigenous ones.
All right.
Yeah. These are the local, the indigenous birds. So these ones, they can go broody. So it means when they find there's a time they are going to reach when they want to hatch their own eggs to produce chicks. But we don't let them to do that. We break the life cycle of going broody. So when we see that it has gone broody, we remove it from here. We take it to the sick bay there. Okay, we call it a sick bay because we normally put the weak birds there. So it can stay there like 3 days. Then after 3 days, it's already having the hormones for laying again. Then we bring it back and it lays again.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so like that.
How much are the local birds like one of these?
These ones are not on sale because these are our parents.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now we can't see cocks in here, but we remove them because we are going to change the cocks. The others were tired. So we have to put a new generation, so they can create fertile eggs. But a local chicken, a pure local chicken, for example, a cock of maybe 1.5 kilograms, we're selling at 35,000.
Okay.
And the hens, because we normally sell the hens as off layers, it's about 20,000. Because it means this hen has been laying for you eggs, and now you see that it's tired, you have to lay it off and then you sell. Yeah.
Oh, okay.